Hey everyone, welcome back. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Obviously the markets did not have such a great day, nor did Bitcoin or the miners, but I'm hoping you guys had a great day. So let's get into what I really want to talk to you guys about, which was Hut 8 provided their December production updates. So we'll get into that. We'll look at the miners as well. We'll look at Bitcoin, see what it's doing. And we can all thank the Fed, basically releasing their minutes today and being some bad news obviously in there. So that's for another video. We'll do that one later on. But let's get into the charts here. So here's Argo right now. Argo was down 6.29% to 114. Everything is down the last couple weeks, couple days here. I mean, we've had nothing but red and downtrend going on in all the mining stocks. Bitfarms finished out the day at $10.34 down, or 10.34% down, sorry, to $4.68. CleanSpark was down another 10%, almost 11, down to 857. I did purchase some CleanSpark shares today. I got in at, what did I get in at? At 904 on them, about 50 shares of those guys. So just wanted to be honest and upfront with you guys. So I almost forgot. As always, this is not financial. Excuse me, I can't talk. This is for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Do your own research as always. Don't fall for scams, since spam posts get reported and deleted. So I did buy CleanSpark today. I thought it was basically at the bottom. It wasn't. Obviously, the news came out a little bit later on, and obviously the market tanked and everything else tanked. So dollar cost average in. If it falls even more, we'll pick up some more cheap shares going forward. And so they're at 844, obviously down 10.73% down. DigiHost is down 12.61% at $4.16. And then we got DMG. DMG is down 7.10% to 57 cents roughly. Hive was also down 10.29% to $2.44. Hut was also down today, down 12.35% to 710. Iris Energy was down 3.49% to $12.99. Marathon, surprisingly, was also down 13.21%. I think this was the biggest loser here on the day. It's down to $29.62. And then we got Mawson. Mawson is down Mawson is actually up 1.66% to $6.12. Surprising there. And then Riot was down 12.06%, $21.44. Riot provided their mining numbers as well for December. So I'll do a video on that probably tomorrow. I'm going to run over the numbers really well on that one. Also, almost forgot, Bitfarms. I did pick up, what did I pick up? 100 shares of Bitfarms at $4.96. So obviously a little bit higher than where they ended up today at. So like I said, as always, not financial advice. This is just, I wanted to be honest with you guys so you guys know which ones I have. I also have Hive, so you guys know that one as well. But I'll take a look to see how they do going forward, see if they fall any lower. If they do fall any lower, then I'll dollar cost average in a little bit more into them as well. But I think overall, if the market rebounds later on this year, whether it's in the first quarter, second quarter, I think these are obviously going to go up a lot higher, probably double, just like some of the other mining stocks as well will do pretty well. So I'm buying them on sale basically right now. That's at least my thinking behind it. But that's all the miners here. So let's take a look at the news on Hut 8 and their December numbers. Oh, Bitcoin first. So Bitcoin obviously is way down. It's down right now because it went over to the new day. Transferred over to the new day, but it is down to 43,424. I've said this before that I thought Bitcoin was going to go down below 44. Got a little faked out over here, which made me think that we might be going up higher, basically because the 50-day and the 200-day moving averages moved across each other again, so I thought we were going to be going up higher a little bit. But once that fell, I knew that we would probably go down below 44, and right now I'm really looking at 40,000 as possibly the stopping point before we may continue going up, unless there's more blood in the street and more FUD and everything else. Then I don't know where our next support line would be, probably right around, I'm guessing around maybe 37,000 mark. Seems like a good place that we might stop at. So we got to pay attention to it, see what happens there. And take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum obviously is now battling with the 200-day moving average. It wicked down below it today, and it is now above it, and it is battling with it. If we look at it here, let's take a closer look at the 4-hour chart maybe. Yeah, so we wicked down to it again in the 4-hour chart, and we're above it just slightly right now. So we tested the 20-day moving average here. We got rejected, and then we came back down, obviously, as the whole market came down today. So that's where we are as well with Ethereum. So let's take a look at the news from Hut 8 and their mining. So Hut 8 mining holds 5,518 self-mined Bitcoins in reserve as of December 31st. And they provide, obviously, their monthly production update for December and announce a US $30 million equipment financing with Trinity Capital. So this is actually, I'm kind of liking this. This is actually kind of cool. Let's see here. Get into the nitty gritties. All right. So mining production highlights for December 2021. 276 Bitcoins were mined, resulting in an average production rate of 8.9 Bitcoin per day. 100% of the self-mined Bitcoin for the month of December were deposited into custody, consistent with Hut 8's HODL strategy. Total Bitcoin balance held in reserve is 5,518 as of December 31st, 2021, which is a 97% increase from the prior year end. Installed operating capacity currently sits at 2 exahash, which is a 125% increase in hash rate from December 31st. So that was a good increase. Obviously, that's a good rate. So they basically went up 1 exahash for the year, which is good. We've seen some other miners go up a little bit more than that, but that's really good. Doubling that is actually really good. Operations update for December 21, purchased 2,505 micro BT M30S miners from Foundry that were already installed at their company's site at Medicine Hat, Alberta. This fleet of miners added an incremental hash rate of 228 petahash during the month of December. They also installed 2,782 more efficient micro BT M30s and M31S Plus machines at the company's site in Drumheller, Alberta. They've done electrical upgrades that are ongoing at the Medicine Hat site, which are necessary to allow for optimal hash rate efficiency from ongoing delivery of new micro BT miners. These upgrades are on track to contribute an additional 450 petahash in February 2022, which is good. And then development and construction of the company's third mining site in North Bay, Ontario is well advanced. To date, the design of the ventilation system and the custom racking system have been completed. While construction of the data center structure is underway, the company expects to have the North Bay site powered up in mid-Q1 22 and fully operational at 35 megawatts by the end of Q1 in 2022, contributing approximately 850 petahash of additional hash rate to our operations, which is expected to bring our total hash rate across all 3 sites to 3.35 exahash by the end of Q1 2022. And then they go on to obviously some more specifics here as far as supply chain issues, the pandemic issues, congratulating some of the other miners on doing what they've done this year. And equipment financing with Trinity Capital. So on December 30th, Hut 8 Holdings Inc., a wholly owned operating subsidiary of the company, entered into a $30 million senior secured equipment financing term loan with Trinity Capital. The equipment financing provides the company with non-dilutive growth capital and was structured such that collateral support is limited to certain new micro-BT machines being installed at the company's Medicine Hat, Alberta, and North Bay, Ontario sites. The loan is repayable over a 3-year term and carries a 9.5% interest rate. So this is actually really good. They're not diluting the shares by issuing more shares, and they're actually getting a regular loan for things that they are going to need to grow, basically, and they're going to pay it off in 3 years. So interest rate isn't too bad, 9.5%. If we look at the inflation rate right now, we're at what, 6, almost 7% or something like that. So it's basically free money. I'm fine with that. So let's take a look at the numbers that I have for them here. So obviously, okay, let's take a look at the numbers here really quick. So here are the machines that I have right now for their Q4. All of these numbers are in Canadian dollars, except for down below where we actually get conversion into US dollars. So these are the machines that I have running here, which are the 70 terahash, and then the mixed bag of machines here from 77 terahash up to 90.5 terahash. Those are all pretty much the M31s, M30s. And then they got obviously an order in for this coming year, January, from January all the way to December, and I have them at also mining these here, which were announced December 7th, which were the those were the Foundry ones, Foundry machines. Those were the, can't remember which ones those were, but those gave them almost 228 petahash of extra capacity on that. And then we obviously have the mining Ethereum, which is paid out in BTC. So those were fully installed mid-November, I want to say. So we got them mining basically for a month and a half, fully installed, and those are bringing in approximately around $5 million or Canadian dollars. So those are the ones we have running. I have them at basically almost 3.7 exahash by the end of the year with the current miners that they do have, not counting obviously the GPU miners that they have. And then hosting, I don't know how much hosting they're going to have. Revenue, last quarter they had 2.4 million in hosting. This year I'm guessing maybe 2.6, or they might actually go down, so that will obviously affect their total income in US dollars, which I have them at 35.4 million. And that's with these miners here running for 3 months. And then the latest ones to be installed were these down here, which are 2 months and 1 month roughly running. So that gives us a total of 35.4 million for the quarter here in US dollars. And then combined with the other quarters, that would bring them up to approximately 126 million for the quarter, or for the year, for 2021. So here's what we have them at as far as hash rate goes. I got them at 2 exahash right now. Future hash rate is going to be 3.7 roughly. Right now, percent operational is 54% of future hash rate is operational. Number of miners is 29,232, and their hash per miner on average is about 68 terahash, which is pretty low. I would have liked to have seen them buy newer, more efficient miners, and hopefully with the ones that they are getting down here, the 97, they'll kind of bring them up a little bit. And the averages, because right now they have a lot of those that are 57 or 70. Yeah, they got a lot of ones that are 70. So wait a minute, I got them at 68. Which ones are we still using here to mine? Oh, I'm probably calculating these in here as well, which I probably should get rid of those because those are not longer being run. So if we update our spreadsheet here, let me see, what is that? Oh, it's not calculating it. Sorry guys, the fun part of doing live. So this is going to be their future. Come on, go up. So they got these mining right now. Let's see here. I can do this. Oh, why am I doing that? That's in the GPUs. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh no, actually I do have them only mining through these here. So why am I getting 68? Oh, probably because of these guys are coming in here in line. I think. Right? How many miners do we have them here at? 29,232 miners. 29,232 miners. Where did I get that number from? Let's see here. 54,310. There we go, but that makes it even worse here. Well, that's not good. I think it's because these are affecting it here. So if we don't include those as well, we get the hosting revenue in there as well. We'll go up to here, and we'll get a little bit better data on actually what their ASIC miners are doing. So, okay, there we go. That fixes it right now. So that still has them at 54. Why is it at 54 if we have those all mining here? We got 37 here, going to here. And there really isn't anything below that. So where am I getting that number from? Hash rate, current hash rate, number of miners. Oh, okay. I gotta fix that. That should be based on the current hash rate and the current operational miners, not the future miners. All right. So that's where I went wrong. So I'll get that fixed here for you guys. Here, I'm going to pause the video actually, and I'm going to fix it for you guys when we get back to it. All right, guys, here we go. Figured it out. So the problem that I was having was that I was including the 325 petahash they had in GPU miners. So that gives them a 2 exahash total with all of them. The Bitcoin ASIC miners and the GPU miners give them a total of 2 exahash. So this is where I was getting my hash rate was off. It's not fixed, so now they have basically on average 87 terahash per miner is their average, which is actually pretty good. It's not that bad. Some of the other miners are actually up higher than that. They're around 90 to 100. Some of them are at 100. But that's not bad when taking out the 325 petahash for the GPU miners being converted into Bitcoin. So that's where we got them at now. Their Bitcoin HODL position is obviously at 5,518. That gives them a 254 million value on it. Compare that to their HODL position to their market cap. That's basically 18.88% of their market cap is their Bitcoin HODL position, basically. And then if you're looking at the share price, you're basically paying $1.34 per share price in Bitcoin HODL, that value in there. So if the stock price is at 710 right now, that's $1.34. You know, it's 18, almost 20% of the value in the stock itself is just that Bitcoin HODL value right now, if you look at it that way. Also, we can see that the past couple of weeks, this is for last week, everything has been down. So they're down basically 10.29% as of last week. 4 weeks ago, 10.6 down, and then 8 weeks, if we look at it, they're down 48.6%, and then 12 weeks, they're down 35.8%. So a lot of the miners are down as well. There's only 2 or 3 that are slightly up on, I think, the 4 week or something like that. And they're slightly up too. But I'm sure they're going to be down here, coming up here as well. Something else I want to point out to you guys, I'm using the numbers for Bitcoin at the end of Q4, which was 46,211. Going forward, I'm going to be making it more accurate, going by month as far as what the Bitcoin price was. I think that'll yield a better calculations as far as projections, what they could possibly be making for each quarter going forward. But just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. That's where the figures are coming from for them. Let me see here. What else was it? There was something else. Oh, I believe, yep. So the price on the analyst ratings. So analyst ratings are still the same, but I see that they updated the price on it today at least. Price went up on the high part to 1582 from 1561, and then the low obviously went up as well to 1424 from 1405. So the average is now at 1523. And we got 1 strong buy rating and 3 buy ratings on it. Like we did, nothing changed on the institution, so if something changes on that, we will update that when that occurs. I may put these into 2 different tables here, as I don't think that these are going to be lining up exactly on the same date, so then they might kind of be a little bit off on the data, so I may separate those out going forward on all of these guys here. But otherwise, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. Oh, obviously we have to do the analysis as far as what I think. So as you guys are aware, I do a 50% discount from gross revenue and a 75% basically net income from gross revenue. And at this current state where they are with the hash rate, the price of Bitcoin where it was at the end of the Q4, I have them at between 665 and 998. So this leads me to think that they are still undervalued at the 75% net income at the current price of Bitcoin of 46,211. And then if Bitcoin actually goes up, which we're hoping it goes up, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens with it. We're looking at possibly 1323 and 882. And then if Bitcoin goes possibly this year to 200,000, if it occurs, we'd be at 1927 to 1285 right now. But I think as they get more of their hash rate installed, miners installed, that price is probably going to go up as well, depending on where the Bitcoin difficulty is and where the Bitcoin hash rate is by that time. So a lot of things in play here. Things that obviously affect the price is Bitcoin price, Bitcoin hash rate, difficulty, and that's it. And then as far as the stock price goes, it's basically investors' willingness to invest in these companies for the long term and not for just a trade. So we'll see where that comes up. But it is what it is. We'll monitor it going forward, and we'll provide you with some more information. Tomorrow, obviously, is going to, not tomorrow. Riot is going to be out tomorrow, video on them for their December numbers. I'll provide that, and I think that's it. So let me know what you guys thought of all this. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell. You guys know the drill. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a great evening.